Hello and welcome. Thank you for taking a few moments of your day to join me on a journey. A small journey, perhaps, but one that may leave you feeling a bit quieter, a little more reflective, and maybe even more at peace. Today, I invite you to travel with me to the southwestern United States, to a place where the sun never seems to rest, where the sands stretch endlessly to the horizon, and where nature whispers to humans in the most peculiar of ways. Have you ever heard of the Singing Sands? In the heart of the Mojave Desert, straddling the borders of California and Nevada, lies a place with a name that doesn't seem to invite anyone: Death Valley. This name dates back to the early days of European explorers, when they crossed this arid expanse in search of a promised land, but not everyone survived to tell the tale. Here, the sun blazes like an unrelenting furnace, and the earth itself feels like it is cracking under the heat. But what if I told you that amid this barren landscape, there lies a secret, a hidden phenomenon so mystical, so strange, that anyone who encounters it is forever changed? It's known as the Singing Sands. Where does the sound come from? It's an eerie sound, soft at first, like a distant rumble of thunder or a gentle wind that doesn't quite touch the air. It's not the sound of the wind or animals or anything visible. No, this sound comes from the sands themselves. When the conditions are right and the desert is at rest, the dunes begin to sing. The sand is alive, but not in the way we usually think of life. It sings a melody, as if the desert itself has a voice, yearning to be heard. The Native American tribes who have lived here for thousands of years didn't see Death Valley as a cursed land. To them, it was a sacred place, a realm where the boundary between the physical world and the spiritual world is thin. When you stand amidst the great dunes of Eureka Dunes, and if the day is quiet, if your heart is open enough, you may hear it. The Singing Sands. How is this possible? The phenomenon is known scientifically as booming sand. It happens when sand grains, smooth and dry, slide down the slopes of the dunes in perfect unison. The friction between them creates a wave of vibration, and a sound emerges, sometimes low and rumbling, sometimes musical. It's fascinating, isn't it? Scientists have tried to replicate this in labs, but there's something they can't quite capture. They can't recreate the magic of the desert. They can't recreate the feeling of being one with the earth as you listen to the song of the sands. There are stories of people who came to Death Valley looking for answers, searching for peace, lost in grief. One woman, for example, after losing her only son, traveled into the desert hoping the heat would burn away the sorrow in her heart. She sat in silence, waiting, and then she heard it. A sound. Not a loud sound, but a sound so profound it felt as though it was speaking directly to her soul. The sands had sung for her. She said it wasn't just the sound, it was a feeling, like her son was there with her, wrapping her in an embrace, even though he was no longer physically with her. She returned from the desert not free from her grief, but lighter. Her heart had been touched, not by the sun or the wind, but by the song of the sands. Scientifically, we understand the mechanism behind it. The sound is produced when smooth, dry sand grains slide down the dunes in a large enough mass, generating friction and causing vibrations that manifest as sound. But here's the thing. It's not just about the science. It's not just about the physics. The Singing Sands speak to something deeper, something that can't be fully explained by logic or analysis. The sound is only part of the experience. The real magic happens when you listen with your heart. The sands do not sing for the impatient. The sands sing for those who dare to be still, who dare to confront the parts of themselves that are broken, who dare to listen in the silence. You don't need to understand why the sands sing. You just need to feel it. And in that feeling, you'll understand that some of the most beautiful things in life exist beyond our comprehension. If you ever find yourself in the desert, in the heart of Death Valley, take a moment to sit among the dunes. Let the world fade away and wait. Be still. And if you are lucky, if you are open enough, you will hear it. The sands will sing, and you'll understand that there is magic in this world. Magic that comes not from what we see, but from what we feel. Thank you for listening to this story today. If this tale has touched your heart, or simply made you pause for a moment, I invite you to like, subscribe, and share it with others. Because sometimes, a tiny song is all it takes to heal a weary heart.